my name is Eric. I'm the founder of Planet O. And I'm here to tell you today a little bit about what I think the next generation of entertainment looks like and what we've been building. So, and to do that, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about my story and then how that evolved. So, Planet O began in 2016. I've actually been in China since 2005. I previously built some entertainment centers and some other businesses, a gourmet and dining reservation platform across China, and entertainment across 6 cities. So then when that came to an end, I took a break from China for a while. I went to the Philippines for 8 months and windsurfed and drank a lot of wine and read some books, and then decided I'd come back and maybe do something one more time. And when I did, I was back for 2 weeks, and then Macquarie Bank approached me, and they said, "Hey, Eric, remember when you approached us like 10 years ago with your entertainment concept? How about we give you 13 key real estate locations and half the money? Would you like to build them again?" And I said, "Well, no thanks." I was kind of getting ready to go, but then they said, "Have you been thinking of anything new?" And I said, "Well, okay, yes, now you have me." So what I did before was kind of old school entertainment, and that's what this whole next generation is about, right? So old school entertainment is local, it's low tech, it's big spaces, it's physical. The next generation is linked online to physical and high tech and spectator worthy, right? So, of course, Macquarie offered me 13 key real estate locations and half the money, but that's only half the money. So I'd come up with the other half of the money. So over the next couple of years, I was working on getting the rest of those funds. So we started a consulting company, entertainment company, landed a really big project that put us on the path, and then a couple months out, the project got canceled. So that kind of almost put us back to square one, but that set us on a path of, we knew that real estate developers were in a lot of trouble, and we wanted to, we knew that that was also a really quick way for us to sell entertainment to them because they needed to drive foot traffic. So we went on this roadshow selling customized themed entertainment attractions, and then also the Planet O concept as a managed like franchise that developers could put in already ready to go. So you either had a choice of one that was ready-made or one that we could make for you. And so during that, we met Oetting Group, which is a real estate developer out of France, 400 locations, and they were pretty interested in what we were doing. But then they asked me, "Hey, we really like your idea. Would you mind going into an accelerator program and financial free fall for another 6 months?" And I was like, "Sure, that sounds like a great idea." So we did that, and so we ran into a little bit of a bump trying to get our location. So this is a long road, as anyone might be able to see, going on from this beginning, which was actually the end of something else. And so we tried to get our location finalized. We wanted the ideal location to launch this thing. We already had an idea from the side of technology what we wanted to do, but we needed a location that was conducive to that. So then coronavirus hit, of course, and during that process, we were already negotiating some deals, and I closed our joint venture deal with NetEase during that time. This is in February. This is when I got locked in the Philippines again for another 8 months, actually. And then also Formula One eSports racing and drone racing league. So there's a lot of synergies that run through the DNA of what Planet O is, and that's what I'm going to get into next, which I also think is part of, you know, the future of entertainment, this next generation of entertainment. And then today, we're opening the first center. It's Planet One, which is our flagship center that's in Sinar Mas. And so if you guys are going to the after party, that's where it's at. So you can check it out and see. So, all right, so let me tell you a little bit about what this is, this platform, actually. So Planet O is a bridge between technology, human interaction, and spectator worthiness. So let's talk about where that came from in the first place, the inspiration for that. So I've already had quite a bit of experience in doing entertainment in the past. So, but when I decided to start out on this journey again, to do it once again, it was at first sort of just a polished up version of that, like a better, more renewed version. Until during that accelerator program, I was on a train next to a young girl that's sitting there, and she's got her mobile phone out, and she's got a game going on the phone. And I saw it, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then I noticed that her hands weren't moving and that she wasn't moving the device or anything. And so I asked her, excuse me, are you playing that game? And she said, no, I'm just watching it. And I was like, oh, okay. Are you like learning some tips or strategy or something? No, I'm just watching it, like a soap opera. Like a soap opera. So that kind of turned the switch on for me, that I really started to understand what eSports was about. So, you know, you've heard that in the news, you've read, you know, the investments in it. eSports is booming. And if you don't know what eSports is, these are stadiums of people, 40, 50, 80,000 people going to watch 5-on-5 people play a video game. It's massive. Some might say insane, but it's massive. So there's definitely something there. And then you go and you look at the very young youth, and at this time, this is also before Douyin was hot. So like all these viral video snippets, right, of people spectating, people watching video games, people, you know, young kids. My sister has a bunch of kids. They're sitting on the bed watching somebody else play Minecraft together, like it's a show. So it's interesting, yeah? So that was the beginning of the inspiration of understanding this next generation of entertainment. And then how does that tie in with the concept? So our concept is about high tech, because we also think that in China, this is the place to launch, because everybody's interested in the latest high-tech thing that's coming out. You know, Apple launches the latest earbuds, everybody's got to have it, the latest phone, the latest software, polished, premium, you know, tech. Our concept is also modular, so we can go into any space, we can go into any real estate. We're driving traffic that those real estate developers need, because e-commerce has killed off traditional retail. So how do we drive people to physical spaces? Modular, so that we can do that. And so the last one is a physical platform. So this connects innovators. This connects top of industry people and companies to physical platforms where you can drive content, you can showcase next generation hardware. It shortens the path between and gets rid of some of the noise to put that next generation technology in front of consumers that are the target, the millennial target, especially in China. So what is Planet O? We're an aggregator of technology and experiences. Actually, we don't create anything ourselves except for the glue that sticks everything together. Everything else comes from innovators and technology and hardware and IP from people like you. And the next thing is we're a community hub for millennials and gaming fans and people that reside around this whole community. So it's not only about gaming, actually. It's also about immersive experiences. So when you guys make it by Planet One, maybe tonight, you'll see the way that we're set up. It's actually a whole digital canvas. So we can convert the entire arena into anything we want. So during its normal function, it has these transparent LEDs that come down and people play behind it, and you get a real XR sort of experience, a real mixed reality. You see the player in the game, third-person perspective, and the players in first-person perspective. So we literally change the perspective of gaming. And then if we want to do something on the event side, maybe like immersive yoga, we change all the screens and we turn them into mountains and waterfalls and turn the lights down and close the curtain. We put a yoga master on the stage and there you are, like in the Himalayas. So the theater of gaming is also the theater of events. So this is another component of what we do. Let's talk about the DNA. I've probably already talked about some of this stuff. I'm just going to get them all up there. So at the beginning, at the core, is gaming. That's where we begin. But then we surround ourselves with all these other things. This is how we're really this hub of community and innovation and technology. So, innovation. We also like to, and we're just a startup ourselves right now, so we don't have big pockets yet, but we definitely like to find people that we can invest in and lift them up in a platform. And one way that we can do that now is by showcasing them. And so that's some things that we started to do already. When you come and visit this space, you'll see it. Also investing in community. So we like to work with big brands. They want to come in and use our digital services to do the next Gucci launch or the next wearable launch. And we'll let them pay the bills for that. But we also like to stay close to the innovation community and make it, you know, accessible, so that's what keeps this moving forward. STEAM. So we're definitely about education as well. Working with universities, whether it's, you know, a robotics competition at Jiaotong and the winner gets to put their robot as a feature in Planet One, or you're coming in and learning about the video games and the drones that you can fly and you build them yourself, and then at the end of this class you can take them away. All of this in the meantime driving traffic to real estate as well, because we're a physical space. So events is limitless. You know, immersive yoga. We had a Formula One media event there 2 days ago. That was really cool. We haven't opened yet. We're just kind of testing things out. But it's endless. Immersive dining, immersive art, people that do virtual reality painting or 3D dimensional painting. Instead of standing on a stage and just me in a VR headset and painting out here and you guys see what I'm doing on this board, now the whole audience is immersed in this, in my creation. So, and then showcase. So from hardware to working with studios for the content. Now, evolution of the next generation. This is where I think that entertainment is going in the future. So, and if there's anybody in real estate and the audience, I'm sorry, but it's true and you guys know it. So retail is dead. Traditional retail is dead. So that's why everybody's looking for the new retail. How can How can we reinvent retail to drive traffic? And because, especially if you look at the electronics or tech industry, a lot of those companies, 90% of their sales are all online. So it almost doesn't make sense for them to have physical installations, but they need to so that people can come and experience it. So let's say an anonymous computer company sets up an installation in a mall. They have rent, they have overhead, they have staff, expenses, salespeople, management, and they do it all so that somebody can come in and experience, their coolest steering wheel and the monitors and their whole new system. But then as soon as they put a KPI on the salesperson, they chase them right out of the room because they just wanted to come in there and try the experience, because they're going to buy it online anyways. They're going to buy it on Jendong or Taobao or something. So there needs to be a new way of experiencing it, and this is where it comes into platform. So I think that in the future, real estate will certainly transform. It's not going to be how it is now. Like, this idea of window shopping, walking around, will completely change. And if what I think is right or will happen is, I think Netflix already started this in 2019. They did their first real estate purchase in New York City. They bought their own theater. And so now they're going direct from their production studios directly to real estate. So if I was a big tech company that had a whole lot of money, I would be thinking about, I also have all the content and everything that people are interested in, then I would probably look at the real estate developers that have been suffering over the last decade and think, why don't I buy them? And then in the end, landlords always win. So if you're from China, you know this is like almost cultural. So tech companies moving into physical real estate, I think that's in the future. So gaming is just the beginning. Change the way you advertise, change the way you shop, change the way you experience and immerse yourself. This is the platform that we've created, and that we think that's what the future will look like. Now, how will we continue to evolve in the future? That's why I'm here speaking on the stage today, to let you guys know about it, because we like to work with innovators and get inspired as well. So that's up to you. So we hope that you like what we do, and we hope that you come by and see it. So thank you.